Hi there, it's Alex here, and in this video I want to share my experience about something that happened to me for the first time today. I've done something for the first time, and honestly, I wasn't sure that I will ever agree to do something like that. I still did. Yeah, I'm talking about live streaming. I'm doing videos for quite a while, like I'm talking to camera, like right now. I would consider myself a confident speaker for now. Like I didn't try a lot of public speaking, but talking to camera for me is already very comfortable. I'm doing acting and presenting and all sort of things alone with teams and everything, but I've never done live streaming. And yeah, it was. I always had the feeling that like, whoa, like it's kind of I'm out of control here. As a vlogger, I have all the control over what I'm saying on camera, what happens, because I edit it by myself, right? But with live streams, it's like kind of wild theater, a stage. Even though I used to play drums for like more than 10 years, performing live on the stage, I shouldn't be afraid of that. And yeah, but I always had this um, block. I felt that this is an obstacle that I might not go over. And so I tried. I was invited to become like a host seller for a brand of mobile phones that I think nowadays is based in China, but is actually originated from UK. And I know the person who works in this company, who's responsible for their talents, and she called me to try. And so today I tried, and yeah, it actually went pretty well. It was not a long session; it just took a bit longer than an hour because they had some kind of meeting or something. But it kind of felt cool. It reminded me the vibes of radio stations, because they have like streaming room. They have a person who's responsible for everything running live, like this woman. She's behind the computer, she's looking at the chat, and she's helping hosts to communicate with audience, giving the data that we don't have and things like that. Then they of course have the whole setup, camera and lights, and a lot of phones that we should talk about, that we have to talk about, that we have to try to sell. Actually, the main job is not selling, but getting leads. Like, yeah, but the most annoying part of this job is that hosts have to ask viewers to add them, to follow, to get any touch with their accounts on TikTok. And that's probably the part where I will suck the most, because I'm not natural when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'm great when I need to explain something, like as soon as I know what's a good thing about that phone, I can talk about it for an hour easy. And I can't actually talk for an hour because it's not like radio. You see the chat and you have to interact. Like I had to interact with audience. They call me out. They call my name. I mean, speaking as I was typing, but they're asking questions, and then they just naturally start to talk about their questions, and it's hard to keep on one topic for a long time. So yeah, it turned out to be way easier than I expected because of this reason. It probably would be very hard to do without any feedback, but with feedback it's very, yeah, natural. So also I had a co-host. I was like supporting kind of guy. I tried to take lead few times, and I felt pretty good because I felt like I could do it alone, I think. I just need to know a bit more about the structure of their job, because like the hosts, they have their own TikToks that they are allowed and encouraged to promote while they are streaming from this mobile phone account. That's kind of interesting. By the way, this mobile phone called Vertu. This is a spicy part. I don't know if you ever heard about it. When I was a kid, when I was like a teenager, and I was really into smartphones, when it just started to become a thing, I was buying magazines and reading about new specs. And Vertu, it was just like, what, like something crazy, like platinum, golden, diamonds, phones, all this kind of shit. Like super luxurious, like insane numbers. and it still is for today. As far as I understood, Vertu was bought by a Chinese company, and they trying to, give a second birth to this brand, because I haven't heard about these phones for a very long time. I was sure they're dead, but apparently they're not. And yeah, I've seen them today a bunch. They have smartphones like with huge screens. They have flip phone, and they have the original, narrow, arrowed kind of button phone, which is super expensive. I think the base price was like $6,000 or something, and depends on what you made it for, because you can customize those. It can go higher and higher, like tens, like 30,000, 40,000, you name it, it's possible. Which is crazy. But yeah, we're focusing on my experience. I enjoyed it. I will probably do it for a while because they want me to do it regularly. I will try. Let's see how it's gonna go, because I don't know. Yeah, like my nature now is like I'm doing a lot of freelancing. I basically do all sort of freelancing. I'm trying to focus as much as I can on photos and videos. Like anything that can involve my camera, I agree, even if the payment is not fair, because I want, try more stuff, do more stuff, get in touch with more people and everything, things like that. And also, if it's involving someone else's camera and me, I'm also doing it, like acting. Like I just came back. The reason why I'm recording this video right now in my house without camera, without microphones, and just using my iPhone, because it's all in the studio. And the whole last week I was not in Chengdu. I was acting in an average 14 hours per day for a short drama. I don't know if you know what short dramas is. By the way, let me know, because I'm planning to make like a review video on that trip. There is a lot of things to reflect on, and I hope I can make a bit more like slow-paced and thought-through video than this one. But yeah, it totally took me out of my schedule, because I flew there on Sunday morning, like very early, like 7 a.m. from Tianfu Airport, which means I had to get up at like 4:30. They called me on Saturday, and only Saturday noon I got my scripts. And I'm saying scripts because I got two scripts for two roles. One is the main role, and one is like supporting role in two dramas that they shot in 5 days, which is, even for actors who are living in China and doing this kind of stuff regularly, it's like, it does sound pretty insane. This is a crazy pace, a crazy goal, which was achieved with a lot of sacrifices. That's really a big topic. But yeah, so like I was unexpectedly cold. I didn't have a lot of time to prepare, and I spent all of my spare time that I had to prepare. So, and then yeah, just like unstoppable filming plus changing locations. I didn't have time to, prepare any videos for this week for my channel. So I decided to share this, live streaming. I'm surprised that I was afraid for it. I was afraid of it for so long, Now I'm thinking, like, why was I so afraid? I probably was, like, my expectations for the results were too high, When I film, I have an idea of what is good and what is better. When I edit, I'm obviously trying to make things prettier, faster, clearer. If I'm talking about something, I will do as many cuts as needed to make my point stand out better. And so this was my expectation, my kind of bar requirement for clarity in a video that I wanted to achieve, and I barely can achieve it without editing. So I was like, well, there is no way I can be so clear, so sharp, and so straight to point when I'm just talking to the camera. And so I was always thinking about live streaming from this point of view, that like, oh well, it's impossible or it's super hard to make nice live stream. But it turned out to be something totally different. Part of the problem is that I'm never watching live streams. I don't even watch TikToks. Like I don't watch short videos. I don't know both of these genres. I'm not saying anything bad about people who do, but I don't understand them as a creator because I don't understand them as a viewer. I don't have this experience, and it turned out to be way easier than I expected. Like my experience talking to the camera, being on camera, and my general nature of like being kind of positive and shareful, uh, just took over immediately, and like skills kicked in, and I was just looking at the camera anytime when I didn't look at the co-host or the product, so it looked very good. And yeah, I knew what to say when I needed to. It went really well, very nice. And I just feel kind of funny that I was afraid of it for so long. Like I thought it's something, because I was just totally wrong. I thought it's something else, and yeah, it's pretty happy that it happened today. I'll try to do it for a while to get more experience and more understanding of how these kind of things are working, because it's a very new part of the industry for me. Maybe I could do it at home, for example, yeah, or I could help someone doing live streams. Like I have all the experience and equipment needed to do it really well. Maybe yeah, I could offer it as a service or something like that. So it's quite interesting, I think. And yeah, just wanted to share. And let me know about short dramas. What do you think about that? Because yeah, like I had a lot of impressions. I want to share them. I will make like a talking video in my studio probably, and I will add some B-roll uh, from the set. Actually, I even vlogged like I was there for like 5-6 days, yeah, in another city, and I vlogged a lot. But then I could feel like it might be hard for me to make like a whole video out of it, because it's just like random bits and pieces. Only when I had time, like for the few days, there was my kind of section. I called it like toilet talks, because I only had time to turn on my camera when I was walking to the toilet, and I couldn't say much, to be honest, and I couldn't show much. That's the main problem. Uh, but I would definitely make at least a video where I'm sharing my experience of being an actor in general, and also yeah, playing for short dramas, and also doing it in China. Please let me know what you think about these topics. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for your attention. My name is Alex Tchaikovsky. Until next time, goodbye.